everyone, welcome to another Infinity Nikki styling video, and in this video I will be sharing the outfits I styled using pieces from this banner. Echoes of Wanxiang with the 5-star Where Wanxiang Weaves Life and the 4-star song Beyond. Now, I will have to say I am really happy with this banner. Even though I styled 5 outfits, I could have done more. I could have styled a lot more. I didn't want to get too carried away, so let's just get into it. This is the first outfit, and yeah, for this one, the initial idea was to mimic the deer banner. I had pulled on the deer banner from the mid patch of version 2.0, so that's where the horns are from. And it changed into something else entirely. I don't think this resembles any outfit from the deer banner. I wasn't actually trying to match any version. There is no purple version. So here I did start with the horns from Forest Song, and I dyed it in these, I think, free colors. Let me check. There is a dyeing rebate event going on. Yeah, free colors. And if you don't have these horns, but if you've crafted the miracle outfit, Providence Memorial, that comes with horns. And for the hair accessory here, I'm using Chroma's Arrival from Wanxiang. I'm not gonna say the full name every time. And I didn't dye it, but oh, look how much it adds though. And I love this hairpin because, okay, not with this hair, but with a lot of the hairstyles where there's something tied, it attaches where it's supposed to attach. And okay, I didn't go through the main pieces at all. Okay, let's go through those. So, Fragrant Haven for the hair from Courtyard Flowers. I think this is the base version. Yeah, no dyes because it was already purple-ish, lilac, light purple. And for the dress, Everbloom from Song Beyond Unparting. So this is the evolution of the 4-star from this banner. For the outerwear, Night Escape Glimmer from Radiant Crown Glimmer, the free anniversary set. Now this is the glow up version, and I did dye it free colors though, but the original colors also work. I think I just made it darker. And then for the socks, Into the Deep Water. Now these are from Head of Tears. And the colors might be free. No, this blue is definitely not free. Everything else is though. So this is from palette 3. I did have a lot of palettes unlocked for this because I do use these a lot. If you don't have it, switch it out. I was just still in my trying to mimic the deer banner mindset, so she's a creature. I thought serpent, snake, scales, deer, close enough. They're not close at all. But that was where I was going with this. And then for the shoes, Generational Riddle from where Wanxiang. I'm not gonna say the full name. And I did dye it. These are free colors. I mean, I just made it bit more purple. There was red here that I got rid of. And then for the earrings, Twinkling Stars from Far and Away. This is a free registration gift you get when you start the game. I think even new players get this. And for the gloves, Firefly's Light from Radiant Crown. Again, the free anniversary set, dyed in free colors. For the face decoration, I did want to add this to multiple looks, but no, I only added it to this. So this is from Swordmaster, one of the mid-patch 4-stars from Dancing Season. And then for the chest accessory, Seeking Gaze from Radiant Crown, the anniversary set, dyed in free colors. And for the back piece, I also wanted to add this to every set. So Thousand Thoughts from the base Wanxiang outfit and dyed in free colors. And I thought all of it was gonna be special effects, and it's not. It dyes so well. A stark contrast from the Dragon Banner outerwear. For the makeup, I'm using Seeking Moonlight for the base makeup from this set. Returning Crane for the eyebrows from, okay, this was a store set from Dancing Season, but you could purchase this for diamonds. And if you don't have it, just use the eyebrows that came with this set, those work. And Star Tears for the lashes from Sea of Stars. Eyes into the World for the contacts from this banner. They're heterochromic and it's animated. You see there's some like flower blooming animation going on here, but this one is still. I wonder if there's story significance there. I didn't finish chapter 2 yet, but I can assume, where the story is going. And for the lips, Silver Haze from Silvergale's Aria, and for the skin tone, Passionate Banquet. Here, got the back of it, so pretty. And in Twilight Reflections, in Nikki's base skin tone. And Moonlit Snow. And for the Eureka, I'm using Moonlit Old Head because I had it in purple. Yeah, because moon. The story is also about the moon, right? You see it at the very start. So with the code doesn't copy Eureka, but I'm showing you the Eurekas I'm using. And for the hand Eureka, Essence of Tears, and feet Eureka, Sun Shower Trip. The hand Eureka is purple no matter what, but I had Sun Shower Trip in purple as well. And here's what she looks like. We are in Dancing Island. Oh yeah, I have the auto collecting enabled. And yeah, running around. Let's not go anywhere near the S-Lings. She looks really pretty in the Wanxiang Realm and the Ink Realm, which is where I took the thumbnail photos for most of these. Yeah, let me change time of day here. See her eyes, especially this one, looks really nice during the nighttime. Yeah, I just really like the purple. I think her face changes with shape shifting. Of course, the expression, but she looks so different with every single one. Anyway, on to the next one. For this one, I was thinking of Raiden from Mortal Kombat. I don't know if I'm remembering right. I haven't played a Mortal Kombat game in a really long time, but I think he had a hat like this and he had electrical powers, which explains this Eureka. Maybe he had a bluer color scheme. This is more green, like blue-green, but I really like this. So for this, I used the base Wanxiang hair dyed in three colors, and this is something I kind of dislike about this hair. It didn't bother me with this, but area 1 dyes the entirety of the hair. Everything else here, are for the accessories. So here I selected this and it dyed this part, but the black part of the hair is undyeable, or maybe it does take on a tint, I guess. I can't really tell since it's black, but yeah, you can't dye the two tones separately. So that might be something that holds you back from pulling if you care about that. Here it didn't bother me too much. And then for the dress, I'm using the Nefarious Shadows dress, the shadow shattering ability outfit we got this season, and I love this set. The hat is also from there. And for the outerwear, I'm using Tearful Dreams Twilight Whisper from Swordmaster Twilight Whisper, which is the glow-up version of Swordmaster. The same dancing season set and no dyes. This is how it looks originally because the colors matched. And for the socks, Spilling Ink from Dancing Craft, the ability outfit we got as soon as we started the Dancing Island storyline. And for the shoes, Traceless Wind Longing from Song Beyond Longing, which is the glow version of the 4-star set that came with this banner. And I did dye it, 3 colors. I just made it less warm toned, I guess. And for the hair accessories, Singing on Do from Song Beyond. Already talked about the headwear. For the earrings, I also wanted to add this to multiple looks, but I only added it to this one. Silver Night Watch, I think we got it in Starlit Shop this season. I love this. Single ear earring, and it's a dagger. It is so cool. You can't really tell with this outfit. For the bracelet, Night Lantern from Song Beyond. I also really like this bracelet. Can you tell? Okay, yeah, maybe not with this. I think it's still fine. I did add this to another outfit. And then for the choker, Will of the Wind New Burst from Feathery Song New Burst. So this is the glow-up version of the second outfit you get from Ian the Cadence Born. I also really love this. And this is what the outfit looks like without. And for the gloves, Last Night's Etude Resound. Okay, that's the name. So this is from Music Season, one of the mid-patch 4-stars. So if you don't have it, you can see the bracelet better. I think you could use, the gloves that came with this set. I just didn't want to use too many of the pieces from the same set. I was already using the hat. So that is why I went with that. But I think a lot of different gloves work. so you can play around. And for the ring, forged in flames from Fairy Tale Swan Mistfire, which is one of the evolutions of Fairy Tale Swan, permanent banner, ball gown. And then for the handheld, Wondrous Gift. Now this was purchasable in the store for diamonds during version 2.0, and yeah, I really like this. For the makeup, I'm using dark circles for the base makeup. This was a free makeup we got in version 1.5 as part of a collab, the Panda collab. And for the eyebrows, returning Crane again from that store makeup set in Dancing Season, and of course you could switch it out with this, or I think this also works, Delicate Moonlight. Moss upon Jade for the lashes. I really love how downturned they are. Like usually you'd think upturned lashes would give more of a voluminous look, but here it adds more of a darkness to her eyes since they're downturned, and I really like how it looks. And for the contacts, Obsidian Glow from Timmy's, Born of Mountains for the lips from this banner, and I'm using Nikki's base skin tone. So here in Moonlit Snow, Twilight Reflections, and Passionate Banquet. And for the Eureka, I'm using Inky Shadow Heads, and what color are they? White. And Void Hunt Beads, I think they are blue. Yeah. And here's what she looks like. She is perfect for this location. And the Ink Realm, I think it's this hat here. See? And let me change time of day. Here. Okay, it's raining. Oh my god, this looks nice. I think the rain lighting um, running around. I will change time of day again to see a more sunny day. Yeah, here's what she looks like in more sunlight. And yeah, when she runs, the Eureka does kind of change a bit, but that looks so cool. And oh, when floating, by the way, she will get rid of the handheld and doing other things that require her hands to be free, like this. Anyway, on to the next look. So this one, anytime I go from any of the other outfits to this, it looks a bit overwhelming, but I love how she looks in the overworld and in photo mode. So here I wanted the dress to shine, so I used the glow up version of the dress, and I did dye it with unlocked dyes, but this is what it originally looked like. So I just added some pink accents because I wanted to add pink. This is color 7, yeah, because I could also get the red and the pink. I didn't unlock this one. For the hair, I'm using Dawn's Path from Guardian Floop, the free set from last season. For the socks, Boundless Blue from Whispers of Waves, the permanent banner Waves dress. For the shoes, Generational Riddle Integrity from this set and this version, the glow up version. I did dye it though. Then for the hair accessory, Lifelong Mark from Lifetime Inuen, the free set we received in Dancing Season. I just love how it attaches to this hair. And then for the earrings, Mortal Threads from Song Beyond Unparting, the 4-star earrings. Now, I did want to use this dagger earring because I thought that also worked, but then thought, okay, maybe I should use this. For the neckwear, just because I had to, like, I didn't have to, but I don't really care for either the necklace from the 4-star or the choker from this 5-star, or the earrings from either set really, but I did try to add everything. So here I'm using this necklace from Song Beyond Longing, and yeah, let me get rid of the handheld while I do this showcase. Yeah, because I did add handheld last. They cover so much. I wish there was another pose we could select in wardrobe where she would keep her hands like this and still hold the handheld. Anyway, this necklace from Song Beyond Longing, the glow up version of the 4-star. For the bracelet, golden bracelet from Dreamy Puff Boutique. I will have to check. For the gloves, I'm using Azure Scale from Tide of Tears. Now, Area 1 kind of can be dyed to mimic her skin tone, and I'm not sure which one matches her more. Like, this one is obviously too pink, which I don't mind because the outfit has a lot of pink, but maybe this one matches her skin tone better. See, I'm not sure, but I left it like this. So if your Nikki is lighter or darker skin tone, you could use something else from this palette. These two are free. Everything else would require you to unlock this palette. But if you don't have Tide of Tears, that's a moot point. Use any other gloves or no gloves, because these were also a last minute addition because I thought he needed something. I didn't add an outerwear because I just wanted the dress to shine. So I didn't add too much to this look. For the back piece, Thousand Thoughts Integrity from where Wanxiang weaves life integrity, this version. And I dyed it again. These are not free colors, palette 7, because I feel like I will be getting a lot of use out of this item. So unlocking dice for this isn't unwise. It cost me, yeah, 2 of these 5-star currencies. If you have at least one evolution, it'll cost you just one. And for the body paint, of course, I was using this dress. I will have to use this body paint tattoo because this dress is structured to show off this tattoo. So this tattoo from the glow up version, I did dye it. This is a free color. And the handheld, this one from Lifetime in Event, the free set from Dancing Season. I could have used this one. I feel like this covers too much though, like even half of her face kind of, and it is dyeable, so this is something you get as a completion reward for this 5-star, but the effects are not dyeable no matter what, not even if you pull the evolutions or something, so it's always gonna be purple. I could dye this part, but what's the point? So yeah, I went with this, which matched the outfit. And for the makeup, I'm using Rosy Sunset as the base makeup because this was a more cutesy look. I was going for cutesy assassin. I don't know, that's why she had the dagger, but I changed that. And for the eyebrows, Delicate Moonlight. For the lashes, Silent Snowfall from the permanent banner. Delicate Moonlight is from Timmy's. Emerald Light for the contacts. Now this is from the Saintus banner in version 2.0. If you don't have that, Dainty Yellow from the permanent banner also has green lenses. Those work. Fox Shadow would work. Like a lot of different lenses would work. Of course, these came with, but I was going for more of a green look. And for the lips, Rose and Blossom, the permanent banner. And for the skin tone, I'm using Twilight Reflections. So here, Passionate Banquet. In Nikki's base skin tone. And Moonlit Snow. And I'm not using any Eureka here. And here's what she looks like in the overworld. It is a bit darker now. We go around here. Yeah. And okay, there's more light around there, so I will go there. Okay, yeah, this area is catching the most light now. Anyway, I will change the time of day here. Yeah, she looks gorgeous during the nighttime because this hair doesn't always look pink in the daytime, at least I think. And oh my god, she's clipping through the ground. Here. And yeah, again, without the fan. But I think this fan is a lot more acceptable in not hiding her face or the neckwear or anything going on here than the other one. Anyway, on to the next look. So this one was purely styled because of how this dress, the 4-star dress, changed with certain outerwear, including the outerwear that came with the 5-star. And I love this outerwear. The hair. I went through so many different hairstyles. I'm still not entirely sure if I like this, but I wanted to use this piece, and you see how it goes behind the braid here, but on top of the hair. I thought that was nice. Another hair that I thought looked nice with all of the accessories I added was this. Did start with this hair first, but I don't know, I just like the contrast of the black hair more because I added a lot of black colors to this dress as well, like the gloves and the stockings. So I thought that looked better. But this also works because this hair accessories hairpin goes through here. And I tried a bunch of different hairstyles, like they looked nice, but I didn't want to give her a long hair or anything that would cover up her back because you see the slit of this dress here? I added the tattoo and it shows through. So, of course, I had to showcase that. And for the dress, I'm using, oh my god, I'm using the same version, the evolution of this dress, the 4-star again. And this time, these are not free colors. Palette 10 is what I used. I unlocked this because I wanted pink. I could have unlocked this. And I think for palette 10, you do need the evolution, but this is the evolution. In case you don't have the evolution, you could go for the base version. For the outerwear, the base version of the 5-star outerwear dyed in these colors. And yeah, palette 7, I just left this part, which is area 12, undyed. Because yeah, if I dye it red, if I don't, purple. I just liked how leaving some purple parts undyed added this nice little accent color, which I used throughout. And for the socks, these socks from Song Beyond, the base version, because black, you know. And for the shoes, Traceless Wind from Song Beyond. And I also really wanted to use the 5-star shoes in every outfit, but yeah, I restrained myself. The 4-star also needed to shine. And for the hair accessory, Chroma's Arrival Integrity from the glow up version, I did dye it. So here's the original, here's the dyed version. And for the headwear, this from the original version, it's purple. There's a lot of purple going on. And for the earrings, I used this from Swordmaster, dyed in free colors, and if you don't have Swordmaster, use anything else. I don't think earrings matter as much, at least not with this look. And then for the bracelet, Night Lantern from Song Beyond. And for the gloves, Blood Knight Ode from Silent Ode Judgment, which is the evolution of the 4-star from Saint Tess banner. And again, if you don't have it, it is still fine, or you could use other gloves. These would work, or these. Yeah, I was thinking of these. Feathery Song New Verse from Ian the Cadence Born. And for the pendant, Sleeping Lights from Blossoming Future, the free set we got in Music Season, dyed in this free blue. And for the ring, Forged in Flames, again from Fairy Tale Swan Mistfire. It goes only on one finger, not both. For the arm decoration, Night Shadows from Nefarious Shadows, the shadow shattering ability outfit. I just dyed this blue part this free red, but I think the blue would also work. And of course, the body paint here, Mortal Mirage. And for the makeup, Seeking Moonlight for the base makeup from Wanxiang, this banner. Dawn Blade for the eyebrows because it kind of makes her look evil. I don't know. Yeah, this is from the free anniversary set. And Star Tears for the lashes from Sea of Stars. Warm Tinted Traces for the lenses from Tide of Tears. And if you don't have it, I think these obviously work because of how much purple is going on. And for the lips, Brimming Memories from Tide of Tears again. And here I kept going back and forth between this and the Sea of Stars lips, and I think she has this evil look to her. I don't know, maybe it's because of the eye makeup. So any of the lipsticks work because there's that juxtaposition, the evil looking eyes, but oh, she looks so sweet here. And then yeah, Nikki's base skin tone here. Moonlit Snow. Twilight Reflections. And Passionate Banquet. And I am using Eureka Mask Magic Head because of this mask here. Maybe she's a sorceress, or I don't know. Essence of Tears hands because the color, and I really think this Eureka is pretty. And Mask Magic Feet, again, you know, same set, and purple. And here's what she looks like in the overworld. I did want to give her the fan to hold the ability handheld, but again, that covers up so much. And you see how pretty this outerwear looks when she, you know, floats? Yeah, I thought that is also really nice. And let me change time of day. But oh my god, the purple is so pretty here. And oh my god, it's raining again. It's fine. You get to see 3 times of day. Oh, you can see the mask through here because she's wearing a ponytail. So cool. I thought the game was glitching. Like, what is that? The mask is dyeable, but I think this is fine. Anyway, let me change time of day again. Okay, sunlight. Anyway, on to the next look. Okay, so I realized there were some pieces I had not styled, so yeah, I threw them all on this one, especially the 4-star hair. I just couldn't make that work with any of the other looks, and I'm using the Swallow Whispers dress. I think we got this in music season. Let me check. Yeah, only because I had to blow this up for Mirror Crown. The Mirror Crown round did not ask for it to be fully glowed up, but I did because I needed the score, and fully glowing up these 3 stars unlocks this palette. So I'm like, yeah, I will use it. That's what I did. I used that palette 10 for this dress, and the hair from the glow up version of Song Beyond, the 4-star, and the Wishful Arosa Misty Dream socks. I think Misty Dream is the glow up version of Arosa, and Traceless Wind Longing for the shoes. Again, the same version I used in the Raiden fit, the same dies too. And for the hair accessory, Circle of Light Dark Night from Purifying Wind Dark Night, the glow up version of the Saintess set. Clicking gears for the headwear now. This went through so many changes because the makeup was different, but I don't know, something about it was off. So this was more of a Lin Lang like style, but of course I changed that later. She's supposed to be more like a creepy doll slash robot because I changed the lenses, and these eyes are from that diamond makeup set you could purchase in dancing season, and these look creepy, especially with these lashes. And if you don't have these lenses, but if you pulled for Nameless Selfless, I think those lenses also have this creepy effect. But anyway, this was in the Starlit shop last season or the season before, I'm not sure, but this was free. For the earrings, Fuzzy Whispers from Guardian Floof, the free set we had in version 2.1. For the neckwear, I think this might be from the Dreamy Pup Boutique. And for the choker from the Wanxiang outfit. And this is the glow up version, dyed in 3 colors. I think the choker also adds to the robotic look. And for the gloves, Vow to Stay Devoted Heart from Silent Ode Devoted Heart, which is from the Saintess set. This from the Guardian Floof set would also work, and of course, No Gloves would also work. For the rings, Silent Sweet Waves from, okay, where is it? It's kind of hidden by this, but this is from Golden Season. This was free. And for the handheld puffy fur, now I initially wanted to use this like a creepy robot girl who's trying to chase you in an RPG. I don't know. I was kind of thinking of the puppets from music season, but instead of the bug catching net, this we did recently get these as handhelds. So you can claim them if you go into your compendium. And this is from the default animal grooming set, and I did dye this part because it was pink. I don't know, it was bothering me. So yeah, free blue. And for the body paint, because hey, this neckline is low enough, so I could add this from the Wanxiang outfit, the glow up version, non-dyed version. And for the makeup, I'm using Golden Petal Drift from Arosa. Default eyebrows because I think these work, but I think these would also work. Returning Crane. This makes her look a bit more evil, more enemy-like. And for the lashes, Moss Upon Jade from this set. The lashes, they add to the creepiness factor, you see? They make a difference. And for the contacts, Crystal Stream, I originally used this. No, this also looks creepy. It's the lashes. But yeah, this is what I used. And Gold Radiance for the lips from the free anniversary set. And I'm using Twilight Reflections for the skin tone. So here, in Passionate Banquet, in Nikki's base skin tone, and Moonlit Snow. And for the Eureka, I originally started with a lullaby head, and then when I got to the feet Eureka, I also added lullaby hands. I added the Shroomling lullaby, and since she has the animal grooming brush in her hand, I thought, why not embrace that? So, Shroomling lullaby, and it works because the default, I think these are the default colors, even though I have it leveled up to 10. So, it matched the whole color scheme, and here's what she looks like in the overworld. These feet, Eureka, don't disappear when she's running because they're at the sides of her feet, not obstructing her feet. Anyway, let me change time of day. Here, nighttime. And about the auto collecting, sometimes I forget when I start up the game because, yes, once you enable it, it remains enabled for your entire login session. But yeah, every time you log in, you have to manually select the ability, this one, and then enable auto collecting. I just disabled that, but yeah, enabling it again because why wouldn't I? Anyway, this outfit kind of creeps me out when she's running because from the back she reminds me of my mom. I think it's because of the neckline, because my mom wears similar necklines and she has really, really long hair, like longer than this, and she often wears this in a braid. So yeah, creepy. So from the front, where she's supposed to look creepier, she's fine. Um, anyway, so those were all the looks, and I will leave the codes down in the comments. If you don't see them, they will be up shortly. And yeah, I will be posting the looks I styled using the tier banner as well. And if you enjoyed this video and would like to see more Infinity Nikki polls, die showcases, gameplay, and stylings, do consider subscribing. And thank you so much for watching. Bye!